Got 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes.
I understand you're seeing my son.
I was seeing him.
Then he must have told you about his
It's
wife.
such a good movie.
He's married?
Nobody will be soon. We've already chosen his bride.
And I missed a little bit of the Olympics. I'd like to shoot it for like 9 seconds. I'm going to get copyright. I don't care because it's not live. We'll see what's going on in the Olympics very quick. For the 400 meter dash. Simone! No fucking way. She's performing? Ah, there she is. Oh, man. There's my girl right there. Gosh, she looks gorgeous. Damn it. So this is the end. It's supposed to be the, I'm gonna get copyright. I don't care. It's supposed to be, I don't remember the sport, right? The pandium, whatever the heck it is, that you had to balance.
The dynamic on this event and able to be.
Gosh, she looks gorgeous.
Not giving any deductions to those judges.
But thank you all so much for watching. I had to get that on camera. Gosh, she looks gorgeous. She's only 4'8". She is small. And I'm small. You know, she looks small. She looks like she could be like 5'4" on camera. Anyway, oh, no, you're not getting any of this.
This stuff ain't hot. Oh, of course
It's not bad.
It's just not
Killing me.
bringing your
Huh?
Just one bathroom is killing me.
I know. Oh.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let you boys do
Oh, thank you.
move up here.
This looks sweet.
Do you want the pink lemonade or the Dr. Pepper?
The pink lemonade may be okay. Thank you. Oh, I love this part. Oh wait, Rue, so I'm gonna do like a little food video. We want to stay on camera very quick. What do you like about coming to America and why?
It was a funny movie. Eddie Murphy is one of my favorite actors.
Anything else?
Just the culture and the comedy. Yeah.
I forgot to ask, I don't like cheese, but I'm still gonna eat it. So I just let you know, if you don't know anything about the In-N-Out, it's basically, for the ones that don't live out here in the Southwest, it's a really popular food joint that you would go to where it's if I could explain it, it's like if you're going to McDonald's, but it's all about like hamburgers, and of course you get fries. And it's here in Arizona, mostly in California. I forgot who was founded by, but I know it's a woman for sure. And she is a Christian, and I did make a video of this way back in April with my brother. I gotta post that. And there were people that did like YouTube shorts and whatnot. Really, really good. And like, I don't eat cheese, but I'm still gonna try it, and I gotta cut out my face. And if it's just even though I'm not a Christian, but I grew up Baptist. They would have these unique Bible verses. I'm sure for most of my viewers, because a handful of you may be Mexican, so if you're a Catholic, well, okay, there's a difference between Catholic and Christian, but it says Nahum 1:7, right? And normally when you get like Bible verses like that, it will give you like a description of you know, based off the Bible and whatnot, which is really interesting. So what you see here, it's really, really huge, and I might need to get a plate, so to speak. Let me just do that very quick.
I know that.
Okay. And also, for the ones that seen the 45 Minutes of Arizona video that I did, because I take pride in our state, thank you so much for viewing that, because 2 of you liked it. There are recent viewers, and then I had 1 new viewer that basically liked it, which meant a lot. So, it means a ton. Okay? And I know she didn't like to be on camera and whatnot. Sorry about that, because I want to have my glasses on when she was carrying that for me. So, she's really an amazing mother, and you know how I'm not used to, like, unless they're my brothers or my mother, I'm not used to people that treat me kindly, because cartouche, excuse me. I'm Kenneth Joseph, and I don't like Mr. Beast, excuse me. How to get that out of my system? Mothers needs shouldn't be acting like this. So I'm trying to think about a word of sort of saying I or they, and also just one word, plant or green pea, right? I don't know. My autistic, I guess you could say word habits are kicking in my autistic brain, but yet Dion, your autistic heart that's connected to your brain has been giving you a lot of stress. It has. So it's 3:41 right now, and I did brush my teeth. So I might do some little stim because, well, I'm all cleaned up, and so I know it may sound like I'm doing it on purpose. I might as well just do this now before I feel a little bit more comfortable out of my head very quick. It is the 1st of August on a Friday, right? And this incident that you see here, this is the only, I guess you could say, Dion, it's probably good footage, yeah. That I have of Duana's face, right? Because, okay, let me just explain of why I wanted to share this and why this is serious. Because next week will be a year. Well, Diana, no, actually, scratch that. That's the 8th, but it's not. It's the 18th if I've been keeping track, right? So we're getting close to that mark. It will be a year since my brother, my mother, and I got evicted by this Floridian laptop. For my Floridians out there, if you're not polite, don't be surprised if I don't like your state that much. I'm sorry. But you gotta be a little bit more. Well, that's probably why you got so many darn police videos, especially since you got this Cuban bunny and fraud, right? That basically would steal $160 worth of 2 Switch Joy-Con controllers that were in the package, right, from Target. Oh my god, but a lot of, ooh, man, I don't understand people sometimes, you know. No te caratero, like, honestly, the doses de calzales, you know, basically, Duana is this mother, right, with her 2 adult kids. Well, she was 17 at the time, but going on 18, right? I got their faces as well, by the way, but she's the one that needs to be held accountable for what she did, okay? And I'll do my best to explain, and that's why I want to add that adorable Plants vs. Zombies Lofi animation without the music, though. So for my viewers or my planters, right, you can look up the Plants vs. Zombies Lofi, L-O-F-I, right? Yeah, I think that's the term, yeah. You're doing your best, Dion. Let's pinch your cheeks. Sorry, I like to talk to myself. Dear, take your time. You can look it up on YouTube, right? That way you don't have to just look at a still image of my Sabrina Husky and I, because I want to make my videos a little bit more different, right? And Dion, if you look back on this, hopefully you can get your, you know, your sweet little house back, if that makes sense, or your castle. So, Duana Trayvon, which is supposed to be the older son that is near my age, right? That has special needs, even though that does not give him human right to act obnoxious or being yet stubborn. And his younger sister, that was 17 at first, right? Driana, that basically has a Switch and that likes Five Nights at Freddy's, etc. Okay, they basically moved to our apartment. I actually do have video footage of that as well from my QuickTime player and my MacBook, right? I mean, I know the video is a bit grainy because this MacBook is quite obsolete. It's an early 2010 MacBook, so please bear with me, right? Obsolete. Okay, basically this MacBook is just out of date. Okay, it's old, if you can tell. And my mother called me that those 3 were supposed to be moving in our house, right? I forgot when this happened. Dion, I think it was in June, yeah. It was near the end of June, Dion. Yes, I believe so. If you're looking back on this, of course. And the reason why they came over here is because basically their mother's friend, I'm not sure she's to blame for all this, because I do not know these 3, kicked them out because Duana did not pay $500 of month's rent that they lived in that state, right? Maybe that's why she acted this way to us. So maybe that's a little, let's just say, I guess you could say yellow flag to be aware of, right? And then the red flag, well, let's just say that I had to clean up after them. And then the black flag, well, that's what we got to, well, let's just say the verbal harassment I got from her. And I basically spoken up for myself against her because, oh, I don't want to be on camera. Well, lady, this is not your house. I wish I could call the police or something now because they're acting as though they're squatters at this point. They're just living in there as well. I'll explain this shortly. This is going to be a little bit long, okay? Because I'm thinking that the 1st of August may be the appropriate date. And yes, a little Easter egg. This is sure it is. That's the date when you see me reacted to Simone Biles in the I think it's the he forgot. Did you? He did. It was the 2024 Olympics, right? I forgot what our second place. I just seen the Olympics in Paris, right there, right. I forgot the sport that she was doing because I love the Olympics. Okay, you could definitely tell, right? Let me just explain clearly because I know people do not have good attention spans, which is why this video so I could get a lot of views because that's how people are these days. Unless I to be Mr. Reek or basically doing great editing, have a gorgeous girlfriend wearing trans, no offense to him, or whatever YouTubers that I mentioned up, okay? Also, Cartucci and I, again, we just made up terms, you know, I'm still uncomfortable with stuff he did. I just like, you know, plus I blocked him on Twitter. It's for the best. Okay, I want to see his stuff whenever I need to message to him, which I need to. I hope he's doing well because I thought I'm in playback troll on Twitter. You know, because of the YouTube team that did not want to give my channel back, well, the other docu channel back very quick, and then the one that I was using that got 2 community guideline strikes is because I showed a man's stomach or whatever, talk about gender guys, that's only in audio, so not why they give me a strike for nudity when there's no nudity involved. YouTube is something else, we have to wrap up the under 18 restriction. I don't get it, it's weird. So, might as well remove the strike then if you're so worried about kids being on the channel. Ugh, yeah, you're thinking it's so bad to me to have adult-related gay topics. So, they moved in because they had nowhere to go, right? My oldest brother named LaRue, that you may have seen in the video, in it. I would love to upload the full video, okay? I'm not deleting it, by the way. I'm keeping this just for proof, okay? He was dating her, right? Which, I'm not surprised my oldest brother would date random women. It's his option, but I don't know why he has to be involved with us, though. I mean, you know how you meet the girlfriend of you know, your girlfriend's family or whatever, right? I guess it makes sense. But the thing is that when he first moved in, things that just went downhill. I don't want to make this too long, of course, but I'll do the best as I can, okay? I'll try to, I guess you could say DL. Too long, didn't listen. Okay, basically, these three would live in my brother's room, right? Because he moved. Did my thing just froze? Oh my, come on, MacBook. My froze, didn't it? Golly, you know the screensaver, right? I don't want my darn MacBook. I hope that the audio's still good because I didn't do this in the end, or it's chopped up. So, the thing is that my brother, he offered his room. He sacrificed his room so that those three Floridan Koopas, so to speak, well, I know that Duana's supposed to be the female bowser here. Rawr, okay? By where we are right now, that I've been doing my live streams, right? He's been living here since, even though by myself with those three, until, let's just say, the beginning of August, right? And I'll explain about that shortly. And yeah, I felt a little bit miserable because I feel comfortable with this, my brother and I. We've been doing fine. Because the thing is, our mother only lived with us for the first 2 years in that place, right? Because my brother and I were sleeping in the living room. My brother was sleeping there, if I recalled, right? We've been doing fine. It's just 3 of us, okay? Yeah, the house may seem small, but if you look up New York apartments, I could look up that YouTuber Jude Binsky that I sometimes have a crush on. I know he's married and all, and he's a ginger Jew, right? He does great videos of him traveling, you know. Well, no, he does pretty good. He does an amazing job. I know some people may think he have false info sometimes. You know, as long as he didn't meant that, then what's the harm, right? Plus, he's an amazing guy. He is, right? Because he's from here, and he wears a Coyote t-shirt. Or whatever. Yeah, we love our old ice hockey team. Thanks a lot, Utah, for taking them. No offense, my Utahns out there, and that's our property. But okay. So I'm being off topic. Because my brother and I live in our mother's apartment, right? And yes, that was the apartment that she paid for. It was under her name because it was only us two that lived there, right? And basically, they're Duana, the mother, right, who is a CNA, a certified nurse assistant. And if you kind of tell about the clothes that she wears, and I'm glad I have her face on camera. That's what she looks like, okay? She's supposed to be short. I forgot how short she is, or if I do, I want to keep that a secret because I want to reveal my height, I guess. She's short, okay? I just want people to be aware of it. Pretty short for a woman, that makes sense, okay? That helps. You know, she doesn't look like it because she's, I'm gonna not like saying this, but she deserves it. She basically could be a fat female Cartman for all I care. She basically was thinking that she controls the house just because, oh yeah, she pays this rent, even though my mother basically paid for that place. My mother and Joanna made a deal, right? Because my mother decided on this because we were struggling financially, that she need to pay $900, right, for July and August, right, because they were there at the end of June. They did pay for July's rent, however, though, for August's rent, because they were there for, okay, they were there near the end of June, right, so, yeah, this kind of makes it up for it, because they were there for that time, and then for August, I mean, for July, which they did pay, however, though, since they were there until, I think it was maybe a week before we got evicted, so, let's just say a little over a week, right, she could at least maybe pay us $400 or something, I don't know, right, almost half of that month. But she refused to pay my mother for that money because, well, yeah, I know that she wants to have a place to live and all, but the thing is, she could have waited, right? Basically, they buy a new apartment, and here's the concerning part, right? That really cheesed me off. She did not give my mother a notice that they want to move out or having an apartment, right? And my mother and I were both upset about it. Not to mention, she wanted to play victim. She wanted to play Casey, right? Casey and Jack. Well, you know. No offense to my Casey's out there, okay? That, oh yes, you know, I didn't do anything wrong or whatever. Lady, you did, okay? You did not pay for that month's rent, right? I still have the messages that my mother basically have of how she even was upset. She would even want me to make sure that this keeps up. You know, me having problems with her, that the police would be called. Even though I don't want to go do all of that. It's a little much, right? And the thing is, we were upset, not just because of how we had to move out. Well, we kind of was, I guess you would say, they stole in our house from us, right? Because very quick, we only had a 2-day notice to pack everything, or my mother had to go to court, which doesn't make any sense because we've been living there for 6 years, right? We've been doing fine. Yeah, we may have struggled a little bit, but we always pay our rent in time. And, you know, for Duana to basically not help my mother out, it's been really, really, really frustrating, right? That's why I've been losing sleep. I've been, you know, mentally unwell because, yeah, I've been having extreme insomnia and a little bit of hypnophobia, right? Fear of falling asleep, okay? And I've been commenting on random videos so that my channels get heard more because I've been desperate. And just basically having some, I don't have anger issues. I have PTSD issues, that makes sense, and frustration issues or deep trust issues. Mostly deep trust issues because of the way that we were treated, and that's why I don't like Floridans. I'm just being honest, okay? Because of them. I don't want to say, oh, Dan, don't generalize. I hate that word, okay? Plus, I can generalize as much as I please. You might as well generalize Japanese people for not liking American streamers. I don't blame them because of Johnny Samalak or Salami, okay? And Vitaly in the Philippines. Oh my goodness. To put more in detail about her, right? I had to clean up after them. That's another thing. Okay, sorry if I'm being a little bit off topic because I want to explain why I'm just so ticked off because literally she made a deal with my mother, right? And let's just say it was just so bad that it felt as though I don't really have much freedom as I thought I did. Okay, her other son that basically does have some knowledge of working at a kitchen or whatever. I don't know why he can't be a man. I mean, I know I could be a man, but you know, with my poor mental health and being, well, I know he has special needs the same way as I do, but the thing is that they were just lounging around the house and not doing anything, which I don't know. I guess I kind of get, even though for Trayvon, he could at least help his mother out more. You know, like about Gianna, she's 17, she's still in high school, whatever. You know, just during the summertime. I don't know. Okay, she could at least be a damn adult. Well, she was going on 18, if that makes sense. Okay. To basically clean up after themselves. Well, even if they're 11 or 10 years old, they can do that. Well, maybe 12. I don't know, okay? I'm sorry. It's a lot to to cover over this. So this video may be a little longer than I thought. But the thing is that I would always go out for my groceries, right? With the money that my mother would give me. You know, just to go to the house because sometimes they would be a little bit loud. I've been told Trayvon to politely just settle down because he'll talk to his Mexican girlfriend on Instagram or whatever. I guess she's probably in her early 20s. Well, I know he's 27 or whatever during that time. And I even helped, I guess, seeing his brother or friend of a suicide attempt. So, I'm quite proud of that. Dear, you should. Pat yourself in the back. Okay. And I just wanted to go to Dollar Tree or whatever just to not be trapped in there. Because sometimes they would bother me if I were to do my live streams and whatnot, right? I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is because they won't even allow me to even be inside. Well, that was once my brother's room, their room. If that's the case, then do not be around me if I'm doing my live streams then. Or, okay, you cannot, like, I'm not telling you that you're not allowed to be in the kitchen because that would just be entrapment, right? I forgot what the word is if you're hosting against their will. It's not like that, right? It's just that if they thinking I'm bothering them, then don't bother me if I'm live streaming that. Just go to the kitchen, you know, do whatever, and just, you know, don't be loud then. Okay, I do my best not to be loud as well. It's difficult, right? When you are in a one-bedroom house with 5 adults. Oh, right, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, well, technically 5. 4 at first, and then my oldest brother, that'd be 5. So, it's a lot. Okay, it is. And the worst part is about them is that they would sometimes not clean out their dishes in the sinks. I would clean up after them. I'll tell them how to do the trash, right? Which I do take out, even though they do their part. But most of the time, I had to do that job. And what's the worst part after they left, because it was just me, my oldest brother. I do got video proof of that, right? I do love my oldest brother and all, but right now I don't. Okay, I don't because I feel because of him. Well, maybe let's just say blanket 27.69% of this is his mistake. Okay, because he's with her. The rest of it is Juana. Maybe a little bit lower, tadly, but he should have been with her in the first place. And I wish my brother would understand that more, I guess. I don't know, okay? I remember one incident that I had to throw away rotten potatoes because, yeah, you think about, if anyone's a fan of Archie's Weird Mysteries, you know how they got those mutant potatoes that were grow out from the ground, right? Also, fuck, I forgot to change the TV because I was watching about... Shit, hold on. I hate when my mother's TV resets. I was watching 10 Abandoned Places in Arizona. I had to watch it. Such a good video. Yeah, I take pride in my state. I do, okay? I think we should be our own country at this point. I don't know. Not literally, but sometimes I feel that we're different than the rest of the country. So, the thing is, the potatoes that she had, right? Because they had a buttload, okay, of whatever items that they have and foods that may have gotten a little bit expired. And yes, I feel guilty that I did eat some of it without their permission. I guess it would be considered theft. You know, it's not considered our household because I would basically pay her back. I know she got frustrated because they would just leave food in there, right, that could go bad, and yet they called themselves homeless. Well, my brother and I, we were struggling financially as it is, and I barely had any food for myself. I've only ate basically the Maruchan chicken noodles, right, and basically some Polish sausages I would buy from there, and I wanted to survive myself, right, and then I had to clean up after them. So I feel awful. You know, that's why I hate being poor, because you're more likely to be a thief. You know, think about Aladdin. You have to steal so you won't go hungry. You know, I mean, people shouldn't be severely punished for that. If so, then you might as well basically kill off all people that that live well below the poverty line and are homeless. Think about that South Park episode with the homeless people. Well, Cartman and the boys, that we use some tracker just to wipe them off, right? I don't want to see that way, because a lot of people thinking that if you're homeless, you're a bad person, you're lazy, and you smell. Well, yeah, because of lack of hygiene, resources, right? Lack of H2O. How in the land of bubblegum's candy bed or jelly bean bed, pink jelly bean bed, we'll be able to clean ourselves, eh? Honestly. So, that's why I sometimes don't really have much empathy for rich people, except for basically Joshua Sophia at the time. So, there need to be more rich people like those two, right? Also, Joshua, he didn't have any friends, and I was his only friend. So best friend, that makes sense. So yeah, I basically had to, let's just say it gotten so, what's the word? Expired, right? What and whatever you want to basically define it, that it was literally just making a little mess on the floor near the kitchen. And I had to dump that out after those 3 reptiles moved out. Right? It was the smallest brother and I at the time, and then next thing you know, my mom told me that I gotta move here because, well, we lost our apartment, right? I know someone was probably living there currently. I still want to move back. I know my brother doesn't want to, but if people could pay my brother to live with me, I know that sounds weird, right? To say that, because I'm close to my brother. Let's just say that if I had support and people that would, send us donations or whatever, that way my brother could live with me. Let's just say that, don't tell him this. Okay, because my brother, he works a lot. Okay, he is a security guard. My mother is a CNA, and she takes care of her grandmother that has Alzheimer's. She's at work right now, right? She'll be back around, I think around 9, maybe, yeah. And then she has to go back again at 11 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. So basically, my mother, she's not gonna, she basically, I think she went through a whole day without sleeping, come to think of it, because she left around 8, right down, oh god, don't wonder, I feel awful. Because my mother, she had to rest she did rest today until tonight, I believe. Right? Basically, my mother, she is awake. Okay? Think about it. From 7 o'clock, 7:30ish, she's awake, right? And she's pulling a one-nighter right now. Okay? She will be back home at 9. And then she has to go out again to babysit my grandmother from 11 to 6. So think about it, right? My mother being awake at 1-7, on until 6. That's 23 hours. No mother, especially for her age, should be working that hard. Okay, maybe that's why I suggested these YouTubers. Also, I've been commenting a lot. If you don't like it, then donate them. Sorry. I don't like, so I had to basically threaten you with a knife. No, I'm not like that. Okay, plus, I don't even know how to even do that to someone. Okay, literally. Okay, I don't. I'm just saying this because it just frustrates me how people thinking that, oh yeah, we have our own problems. Well, yeah, okay, I have my own issues, but especially what Dumbo's going to do because of what his brother did to him in his sleep, and then how he has to take care of his mother that got left out of the hospital, working at a coffee shop, plus he has special needs. Lauren, because her boyfriend dumped her because of her breast cancer, he's a bitch for that. Shelby, because of how her ex basically had child sex abuse material, and, he's friends with Dumbo's older brother. And then Brian felt guilty because of how a 12-year-old that he saved died because of lung cancer of the smoke. So my viewers are going to do a lot as much as I am, but I still care for every single one of them. I do. I'm going to do a lot. I want to put a lot, of course, I have to take care of myself first. Then my needs during that time will come first. No, excuse me. Their needs will come first before mine. Also, it's error time right now. 4:04 in the morning, okay? And just think about the homeless family. They don't act homeless, especially Trayvon, since he does have 3 phones. Okay, not to mention he does use AI images on his Instagram. I just don't want to encourage cyberbullying or anything like that. I don't, because yeah, even though he's a dimwit, well, he's still partly responsible for this, but their mother mostly. I just don't want anyone to join or anything because, well, I know people thinking that, oh, if someone's autistic, then they're a freak, or they basically would fuck or puppy style their animal, whatever it is. Okay, think about Daniel Larson and 4chan. Those two are a disgrace for the autistic community. They could go to hell, especially for 4chan. I don't know why he's still around. That damn trans bastard, pardon my language. Okay, sorry, I love my trans people, by the way, but I'm in a race, and that's an ally, okay? Just wanted to share that right up. But I'm just so frustrated. Okay, this video is longer than I thought. I'm really frustrated because this has been affecting me for quite some time now. And I want to get justice because of what my brother, my mother and I, especially our mother, had to basically face, okay? I want to move back badly. I miss how we have a little door that might be a little broken. I do miss my little kitchen. Okay, I don't care. I mean, I like how the light bulb doesn't even work. Okay, I don't care. I've been fine. I've been living there for a long time. I remember I will get back home, I will watch some Food Wars, you know, that's with Casey, sipping to Soma. Yeah, I think he's hot. Just wanted to share that. Okay, or Shimra from Fire Force. We watched that together, and me trying to catch up with One Piece every night, just enjoying myself, reading some random stuff online on the floor. Okay, because sometimes it gets a little bit of a headache while I'm in here in the dark, right? It kind of kills my eyes. Yeah, I would have just maybe watch some American Dad, or I don't know, maybe some man, I don't remember. See, it's been not long right now. I don't remember what's on Adult Swim anymore. I miss all of that. I do when I get back home, right? When I'm all sweaty and basically my, you know, frozen tap water. Yeah, tap water, at least out here. I know people thinking it tastes gross. I don't think so. You know, I'm in Arizona, okay? I know water's maybe a little rough, but maybe my DNA, my body is rough. Because I endure a lot. I don't know. I feel awful for people that live in Jackson, Mississippi that don't have access to tap water that they can drink from. Okay? Yeah, I'm not kidding. I drink tap water. Bottled water is kind of gross. But, yeah, my body's built differently. Okay? I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Okay? I don't take it for granted. Not to mention we live out in the Sonoran Desert. So, yeah, you can see why. But I just miss my old place, or our old castle. It actually makes sense, right? And I want to be wholly accountable. I wish I had more proof of the other stuff that she did, right? Because I don't want. I mean, if I could get her arrested for what she did to my mother, you know, she didn't. Well, I'd say it's theft, but of course, you know, I need actual proof, right? You know how she would yell at me, whatever. One time when I did my live stream, I don't have that. Ugh. I just want to shame her. Heck, even her losing her job, kind of. Because if she wanted to treat us like this, then she needs to pay for the consequences. And then she needs to work a different job. Yes, he's a certified nurse assistant. That's what it means, a CNA. Blanket, my Brazilian crush that does the Nali Kriya, right? I miss him a lot. Wesley, that does that stuff, okay? He's a CNA himself. He told me we're on that porn site that we basically tried once, okay? I miss him, I do. But, for her to basically take care of the elderly or whatever, and I had to clean up after her, yeah, I feel awful again. You bet I did, when I basically maybe some of their chicken or whatever that they had. Well, it's not much food, okay? Barely much I ate out of. Okay, I feel awful for that, but the thing is, they haven't touched it. Okay, and yet again, I had to clean up the potatoes, or basically other food that they left in their fridge. Yeah, you call yourself homeless? There are homeless people out there that would sacrifice going 3 miles just to get a chicken leg for that. I'm sure of it. Yeah, they basically, after they left, there was, you know that chicken, right? That you buy at Walmart or whatever, or some bakery, maybe Boston Market. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, but by the way, yeah, we have a Boston Market out here. I'm not sure if they're still around though. Also, for my viewers, if you want watching this far, feel free to give me a plant emoji if you want, or a shamrock, or type the word pea shooter if you want. Okay, even though I don't read or respond to any comments, I just don't. At least not right. Well, I'm probably not, unless I make a new channel. That I probably will. I don't know yet. Okay, we just gotta wait until we get to that point. But right now, I kind of want to focus on this and this doggy, or that has this profile picture of my Siberian Husky and I. Okay, it's just been quite hectic because I miss our apartment, right? 260. Yes, that is basically the door number. Okay, I really want to move back badly to that place because by the 18th, it will be a year since we got evicted. And I've been miserable every day ever since. I just don't express it that much. I've been really miserable. My mental has been really, 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 really down. Okay, think about basically that weird weapon that the coyote... I'm in Arizona, I might as well just explain it, say. Okay, think about the coyote and the coyote and the runner. Okay, my depression is that bad, it goes ding! It just hit you hard, okay? It hit you harder than a turquoise rock in the Grand Canyon that basically have gained a lot of weight from monsoon. Okay, sorry, I'm bad at these darn metaphors. Okay, I really miss my place badly. I do. I hope to Buddha's Belly just make it some viewers. That's why I'm gonna have that plant versus Zombie Loaf or Plant Lofi, okay? Animation, for anyone that's curious. I may add a little bit of the music in the background, maybe. I don't know, depending on how this video is set up. But I just wanted to share of basically what those three have done. Well, especially how for Joanna said, oh yeah, you're not allowed to be here. Okay. Yet we still have our own printer in my brother's closet. And I know that's their room and all. It's not like I'm just in there to sleep with them. No. Okay? I'm not even allowed to even check what they're watching on TV. You know, because they have it's supposed to be my brother's TV, right? Because they're watching on Hulu or something. I don't know. I don't really give a watch this Finn. But it just basically frustrates me because the way that we were treated. And me to speak up against Duana for the first time, it felt good. I don't like speaking up or yelling at other people. Sometimes I have no choice. It kind of sucks. You'd be surprised people get quiet when I speak most of the time. Maybe that's why I don't get in trouble or people just don't bother me. I'm an introvert, okay? Ich bin introvertiert und ich hasse ein bisschen wirklich, man. Yeah, I hate people sometimes. I do. Okay? Wirklich. So, I just gotta just get this out of my system. Okay? And also, I just miss that neighborhood. I do. A lot. Okay, also, I miss where we had that little tree, each Liebe-Blom. Oh boy. Blom means tree in German, if I recall. Okay, so the random German word of the day is Blom. Okay, tree. Okay, I don't know. So I think about random words whenever I have to talk. I feel because of AI taking over, I'm thinking a lot. I don't know. Okay, I just have I've been on I have a ton of anxiety right now. So, god damn it. You know, ich arbeite all in meinem artistic hearts. So, I just basically just share the best details. I know this is a little bit longer than I thought, okay? And for the ones that said about, I'm sorry, this video is long, okay? I'm sorry. Again, TLDL, a mother named Joanna from Florida with her 2 adult kids did not want to pay $900 a month's rent, at least for, because I know they weren't with us for all of August. They were with us, oh wait, maybe it was at the end of June. I don't remember. I just know it was either the mid-June or near the end of it, okay? So that kind of makes it up for it, right? Because I think that should have carried over, well, let's just say the first half of July, and then to August, right? They weren't there in the final day of June. They weren't. Okay, I got the video, I gotta search for it later or something, but they've been with us for that long, between like mid-late, let's just say it's mid-late, like the 19th or something of June. I don't remember that date exactly until the 9th or so on August, okay, on that date. And yeah, they didn't pay for basically 2 months worth of rent, only 1 month. And yeah, that's why my mother, well, and myself included, was really devastated on just us losing our apartment because we got evicted. Okay, I hate that word, I do. I despise it. But, I miss that place. And just to share this because, I mean, I don't care if people know where I live. I know they will eventually. The 4 Bories knew where I live. I'm really glad they did know where I live. Otherwise, I would have someone to hang out with. If you look up Dollar Tree at Christown in Phoenix, right? You can see my name on there that I did a review. You can see the photos that I shared, right? Like one of the workers, they're amazing. They need a raise for what they've done. Okay, the reason why I only get that place 4 out of 5 stars is because, well, they're not getting paid enough. They're doing so much labor, working so long hours with minimum wage. I'm not sure how much they get paid an hour. I don't know. I think our state's $11 an hour. Oh, it used to be 9. I don't know. They like California. You know, love my Californians is a love-hate love relationship, okay, or stateship. You'll be able to find where I live because I even gave a review of our apartment that we live in. Okay, you will be able to see our photos of how I took a photo of a peacock. Yeah, someone had a peacock in our neighborhood. That was awesome. And basically, my mother and I, when we got situated, yeah, the house may seem a little empty at first, but I made it way less empty by my drawings that you see in the beginning of the video. Once watching Simone Biles and her basically Gymnastic Performance, the 2024 the Paris Olympics. Okay, I love gymnastics. There. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to share this because that's probably one of the best or last moments I had of basically my castle. Okay, my desert castle, so to speak. So again, random word, pea shooter, and then blom. Right? Sorry, I just had to say that because I keep thinking a lot of words because, I feel I'm not doing enough as a YouTuber. You know, I know that Mason, Greg, Gumball, and everyone else told me otherwise, and they're sweethearts for that. So, yeah. I just want to say, if you want to put a hashtag, damn, let's see, we're at the, I think, I want a 40-minute mark. Put the hashtag, Duana is, I'm trying to think of, you know, abbreviations of each letter of a word, right? In a hashtag. Let's see. Duana is... Oh. Okay, this is a good hashtag. I'm not sure. Depending on... For my viewers, for my planters. Whatever. To decide. Hashtag Duana is muddy or Duana is messy, right? I can't think of any other ones, right? You know, without it sounding a little nasty or violent, right? Because with those 3 letters, it means abbreviation dim. You know, like when you blanket dim lights to decrease the brightness, right? When you had to change the light bulb or whatever, right? Dim. Okay, because she's a dimwit. An Floridan dimwit reptile that basically thinks that she could just basically prey on a chicken that basically just wanted to scream his head out, right? Because of how he cherishes his own little farm and is getting just killed over by this basically squatters that thinking that they own the place by money laundering. Well, not money laundering. You know what I mean. You know, thinking that they don't pay the place. Or they can't pay the place because, oh yes, I'm related to my, well yeah, because she's dating my oldest brother. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, other than that, I just wanted to share that. Also, I like that word, light bulb. Do not know why. So, yeah, I'm just frustrated. Also, if you want to add, well, no, I want to add too many emojis. Oh, okay, if you watch this or do not feel hesitant to add a light bulb emoji if you disagree with the hashtag. You can put a light bulb emoji next to Duana is, you know, what that I said, right? So, yeah, it's just been a mucky situation. I just feel mucked up at this point. Instead of saying fucked, right? Mucked, right? I don't know, because think about muck, you know, from the Pokemon, right? So yeah, it's just been sticky for me, right? But yeah, other than that, I think every single one of you that's been showing support, and also I do thank Bethany for being a viewer of mine for a couple of days. Also for Deanna's supposed to be I forgot her username, but her name is Sarah. Right? I'm surprised I know her name, but not her username. That did join on my channel as well. So, for my female viewers out there, I'm so sorry I had to hear this, theories, and for my males that you know that you don't want to date women like that. That's one thing. Because with how the way the sun is gonna come up soon, it's 4:20 right now, or will be in a minute. Cool. And I see some gorgeous stars trickling outside. I'm surprised. I guess because of the rotation of the Earth's axis right now, the y-axis, Dion? Yeah, the y-axis. I actually do see. You know, think about from Hercules when the star is a little bit diagonal. I actually see a couple of them, so that's lovely. Oh my gosh, yeah, because they weren't there a couple of weeks ago, I think, unless I wasn't paying notice outside. So it's really nice out right now. I do like this place, I do, but the thing is, though, I do miss my place, and I want to move back. I miss going to Darchi, whatever, you know. The reason I don't go to Walmart's because of the way the security guards are treating me. I need to be a celebrity. I need to be blanket actual speed so I can get treated better. Golly, I'm sorry. And for people to say popularity doesn't matter, well, yes, it shouldn't. But for some people it does, because it can save their life. Same way that you have money, you know, so that you can be curing for breast. You know what? I do want to set a GoFundMe for Lauren's breast cancer. I want to. Literally, because my grandmother, she is a breast cancer survivor. Sorry, I'm showing a lot. I don't care. Okay? Literally, that's just how in my channel. Well, all of them. So, I just had to just get this out of my chest because I'm thinking, Dion, it's time to speak up how you feel. That is what she looks like. I hope that you can see her face, at least her walking in the background, right? Past the bathroom, which is where my brother's room is. That is what she looks like, and yes, that's supposed to be her scrub outfit, right? Which is what basically people would wear as CNAs, okay? But my mother, for example. So yeah, she's a disgrace for all CNA workers out there. I'm really appalled. It's just really anticlimactic. I thought I would get along well with them. That's why I thought she was a sweet mother, but that's before my mother told me everything, right? I'm disappointed. But yeah, that's behind the turquoise curtain, okay? That it may seem pretty decent. It's not. It's not. Which a lot of other YouTubers need to stop thinking that their life is so damn well off. Okay, my life, you know, it's not perfect. It was imperfect, which is perfect. Okay, I don't want to live in a perfect life that way. Wait, you know, because the people use the word perfect, right? My life, it was imperfect, which is perfect. But if I live a perfect life, it's imperfect. Okay, my life was basically perfect the way it was. Okay, well, kinda. Okay. Literally, because there's something else I wanted to share, but that's basically what I wanted to share. Also, one little random quick story, very quick, okay? Because I might as well just post this now, while for anyone that's viewing this early, because I know this video is really long, you don't have to watch all the way through. I know Dumbo would, whenever he gets off of work, but because I don't live stream until 4, well, now it's before instead of 4:30ish. Arizona Mountain Time. I remember when I went to the dumpster, right? Someone had a poker stick. I wanted to take it because it's not illegal, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't because I don't want to be considered as a thief. Plus, I don't know how to use a poker stick and it looked kind of dangerous to use. It looked awesome. I didn't know that's what poker sticks look like. I thought they'd be easy to use, but they're not. So I just shared that because that's what I seen outside of the dumpster. Also, what I do miss about that apartment as well is seeing the cars that would pass by, the sunset, and then, you know, seeing the think clean, think green garbage truck that would pass by every morning. Me watching Rugged Show 6 in the morning, you know, just enjoying myself, and then, you know, maybe going for a walk later during the day. I don't know. You know, I wish I could do that again at Walmart now. I just don't like the way they treated me. God, they say, oh, are you filming or whatever? Yeah. I mean, because I see other YouTubers doing it. Why not? I'm barring anyone. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Sometimes Walmart sucks, but I had to get that out of my system. If you're popular, people will treat you better. That's how life is. I know we're all gonna be dust at some point, which is lovely. So, yeah. You know, I guess because of COVID, everything changed, and they weren't that strict. I used to film around, and I didn't have problems, I think. I don't know. So I'm just rumbling here. Oh, also miss my favorite store, the 99-cent store. So, oh, I used to go there during the afternoon or late morning. So, oh my gosh, if I was Mr. B's position right now, I would bring that store back. And for people that live below the poverty line, get to shop there, they need to build it exactly the way it is. Oh, if I had that power, I would. Oh my gosh, it'd be nice. God, sorry, I'm thinking too much. My life has been a living journal at this point. I need to comment more videos. But I get so terrified because I feel that people are going to report me or whatever, or just say something rude. That's why I don't open notifications. Anyway, what the? Team breaks into cop's personal client finds out. What the hell? By Patrol Cam Live? I may watch that. Huh. I don't know. Oh yeah, Go. What the hell is... That's a movie? You look kind of cute. It must be a FIFA movie, not Zootopia. Go? Are you serious? As in they would say greatest of all time? Oh, no they didn't. Oh, I'm gonna watch that later. It looks awesome. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my suggestions right now. But other than that, I thank a ton of you for just being so supportive to me. And yeah, I just hope to Buddha's belly that my message had gotten across. And then I'll just stay away for the night. Enough said.